Welcome back to Tiny Blue Games. My name is, of course, Csaw or Chris, and today we're talking about Artale, an old school MapleStory server in 2024. Today we have the Artale World December monthly operation plan, which is kind of these blogs that they've been doing, not at the start of the month, but like kind of 10 days into the month, outlining some of the stuff that's going to be added to Artale throughout the coming month. Which has been actually very big patches. We saw in November a lot of new stuff come to the game, and then again in December we have some very exciting stuff coming. More than anything, though, the amount of transparency and kind of like roadmap that's happening here is very impressive. Like compared to most AAA MMOs, this is way more information that I'm used to getting. And is kind of exciting. So we're going to go through this update once again and take a look at some of the new stuff that is coming to the game. So hello, Artale adventurers. As we welcome the final month of 2024, December has arrived, bringing with it new opportunities for adventure. It's been approximately 3 months since Artale began its journey with all of you, which is actually crazy to think about that it's been 3 months already. And we are deeply grateful for the incredible support and enthusiasm you've shown us along the way. Our team is dedicated to providing you with the highest quality and most enjoyable content possible. In this notice, we are excited to share Artale's December operation plan with you. We encourage you to review the details below, share your valuable feedback with us. It makes a tremendous difference in shaping the future of Artale. So again, there is a way for you to share your own feedback about this in the link below here. I will also have a link to this entire blog post in the description below, but I typically find out about these in the Artale Discord. If you go to that Discord, you'll see these in the announcement section as well. So if you ever want to take a look yourself, that's where you can go. But yeah, let's go down to the content. So Artale December monthly operation plan. So Artale 2024 Christmas events. So we have our first event coming to MapleStory, and it's a great one. It's Christmas, obviously aligning well with the season outside. Update of 2 new regions, bug fixes and UI improvements, and security enhancements and internal optimization work. So the first one here is the 2024 Christmas event. Get ready to celebrate the holiday season as Artale's 2024 Christmas event arrives this December. This festive event will take place in Happyville, a nostalgic map inspired by the cherished Christmas events from MapleStory. Happyville was a beloved destination where players could come together to decorate the Christmas tree and earn special rewards. In Artale, we're bringing the warmth and charm of Happyville to life, complete with a variety of exciting events and fully embrace the Christmas spirit. Fully embrace the Christmas spirit. This holiday season, join us in Artale's Happyville to celebrate and create unforgettable memories with your fellow adventurers. So this is really exciting. Happyville is one of the most magical places in MapleStory. I mean, even just looking at these pictures, I'm starting to hear the background music playing in my mind. And it's a place, if I'm not mistaken, that has been removed from the modern MapleStory and hasn't been accessible for a while. I might be wrong about that. Maybe someone in the comments can tell me if I'm correct. But I believe there are a lot of people who will be very excited to return to Happyville. It is a place where, certainly as a kid, I had a lot of fond memories of the event. Really just going there and hanging out with that, making memories with other Maplers, and that they're exactly right about that. You'd find a lot of people decorating the tree, and there were oftentimes some very good rewards that you could unlock. It'll be curious to see if they, what level of rewards there are. Are we going to get specific items? Are they going to be powerful items? I think some events that had like the Rudolph's nose that could be quite a powerful, unique item that you could get from the holidays. Is it an item that will be permanent? Is it an item that will have a set expiration date? There's a lot of questions here, but I think that's the kind of exciting thing with any MMO event, is that there is all these questions and mysteries, and it's going to be kind of here for a short period of time, so you're going to want to jump into it when it does arrive. So I'm excited to see what comes from it, but The fact that we're already getting holidays added to the game is such a huge thing. And I think it's one of the things that truly separates MMOs from a lot of other games is just, when you can come together with a community and have these events that are such a short time that you just really want to dig into and really enjoy, which is great. Down to the 2 new regions here. So in December, 2 new regions, Korean Folktown and Aqua Road, will be added to Artale. Both regions have been designed to highlight their unique charm, featuring distinct monsters and terrain elements. With the addition of these new areas, players can look forward to expanded hunting grounds and diverse growing routes. Korean Folktown is a village inspired by traditional Korean folktales, offering cultural atmosphere with local themes, traditional background music, and a unique aesthetic. Explore this special area for exclusive stories and challenges you won't find anywhere else. And they're very correct here. Korean Folktown, for those who haven't played through it in a while, is located at the bottom of one of the Ludi Towers. I'm trying to remember if it's EOS or the other one. It's the one that doesn't have the Omega sector, where you traditionally come to the library currently. You'll be able to go even further into Korean Folktown. And it's a pretty good area for, again, kind of the mid-level, like 40, 45, all the way up into the 55, 60 range, which can be a challenging time for people to level through. So I think it's a pretty good place with a lot of good creatures and quests specifically to do there. What will be interesting is all of the new, creatures there, and if there are new items that kind of come into the rotation because we have this unlocked. So I'm excited to see kind of what comes out of that. Aqua Road is a mystical underwater town featuring a new aquatic movement mechanics. I wonder if this means that they're going to fix the water physics in other maps as well, or if there's going to be a weird situation where water mechanics work well in Aqua Road but not in other places. We'll have to see. Immerse yourself in the tranquil ambience of its serene background music and aquatic vibes. However, the deeper regions of deep sea will be introduced in a future update, so stay tuned. Okay, so that's interesting too. So with that, this is actually going to be even a lower level area. I think it's more like kind of like 25 through to 35 or 40 for the non-deep sea area. But there are still some good quests that you can do there and some creatures that you don't have access to any other way. It's a bit of a shame for the deep sea, but the deep sea is in a curious state. And again, this is something that Togain's talked a lot about on his videos and streams. But typically in terms of progression, deep sea was a great training place after Ludi, but before we got Dreamy Ghosts or Heims. So we're in this really interesting situation where, if they released Deep Sea, I don't know who it would be good for. There's probably some classes that would still benefit from it, and certainly there'd be drops and stuff that would maybe inspire people to go there. But it is actually a pretty powerful place, looking at gobies and then the squids for certain classes. So it'll be interesting if it is still in the meta. Maybe with them releasing it at a later date, they're going to try and calibrate it to actually be a pretty optimal grinding spot, because clear that they could adjust things if they wanted to. So we'll have to see what comes from that. And maybe, there's obviously a boss that lives down there too. So maybe there's something coming of that. Maybe that'll be the next boss that they're looking to add. I'm not entirely sure. But that would be kind of an interesting way for them to take it as well. So don't miss the chance to embark on a fresh adventure and discover the captivating experiences these regions have to offer. Really great content. Again, I think the fact that all of this is coming out in a month, especially paired with what we got in November, they're releasing a tremendous amount of content in a short period of time. And I'm still a bit hesitant to say if this is good or bad, because I feel like they'll blow through a lot of the regions that they can add. And we might, eventually get kind of too caught up and not have much new stuff to add. So it could have been better to pace this out a bit more. But I mean, anytime we get new exciting stuff, it's just going to be exciting in general. Let's go down to bug fixes and UI improvements. Artale continues to address minor bugs, and we are working diligently to resolve these issues as quickly as possible. One of the main focus areas is correcting the misalignment between map and minimap, which is being systematically adjusted with each update. Yeah, this is still an issue on certain maps where it just does not line up. And you're like, oh, there says there should be a ladder here, but there isn't. So hopefully that does get cleaned up. Additionally, we've received numerous inquiries and suggestions from players regarding the game's UI. Our team is actively reviewing these inputs and implementing improvements in phases to ensure a better user experience. If you encounter any issues that affect your gameplay, please don't hesitate to share your feedback through the feedback forum. We are committed to promptly addressing your concerns and reflecting your suggestions wherever possible. Thank you for your continued support and engagement in helping us make Artale an even better experience. So just, general small fixes, it seems here, but like stuff that does continue to need work. The UI, there are certain things that are a little bit ugly still that would be nice if they weren't so offending when you open them. So it'll be good. And then lastly here, security enhancements and internal optimization work. Over the past 3 months, approximately 120,000 players have joined Artale. That's really exciting to hear. We sincerely thank you for your incredible enthusiasm and support. I want to say in the November one, it was like 90,000. I should have gone back and checked. But certainly they're still seeing growth, which is really exciting. With Artale's rapid growth, we have identified a number of cases involving hacks and client modifications used for abnormal gameplay. Yes, I think everyone in the game has seen more and more of this as time's gone on. These actions have the potential to disrupt the game's economy and harm the overall gameplay experience. To address this, we are fully committed to eliminating such activities. Unauthorized program usage, in particular, poses a significant threat to the in-game economy and interferes with the experience of legitimate players. To combat this, we've implemented a variety of detection techniques that have proven effective in reducing these issues. Okay, so they've added stuff that has been mitigating this. We are also working closely with the MapleStory World's team to develop comprehensive measures against hacks and client modifications. Artale remains committed to creating a stable and fair gameplay environment, and our gaming environment, and our efforts to identify and eliminate unauthorized users will continue without compromise. So, long story short, they're very focused on improving this, and they are acknowledging that it's not in a good state right now too, which is important. A lot of games might be like, oh, it's, a lot of games might not even mention, kind of the elephant in the room of hackers and botters, but clearly they're saying, hey, we know this is an issue, so that's good. Additionally, in November, we completed internal optimizations that increased the maximum capacity per channel to 60 players. In December, further optimization work is progressing smoothly, and once complete, we plan to increase the channel capacity even more, allowing for a more interactive, engaging multiplayer experience. So that's very exciting too. I think a lot of people are excited to see this cap keep going up. I believe that the max for any MapleStory Worlds game is like 100, so it can't go up that much. I could be wrong about that, but that's what I think. But anything that's an increase, and if even if we did get to 100, that would still be double what we started with at 50. So that would make a sizable difference, which is exciting to see too. But thank you for your trust and continued support. Together, we will build a more stable and enjoyable Artale. But there you go. A little bit of a shorter update, but still a lot of significant content coming to the game. I think for myself as a player who's kind of leveled a bit beyond these two regions, and I feel like there's a lot of people in my shoes, I'll certainly come back and I'll do the quests that are available in both of them, because if you don't know this, quests often drop some pretty good rewards, specifically scrolls that you can sell for some cash, and I'm sure both of these will have some of those available. But I'm particularly excited for the Christmas event. I think anytime there is a holiday event that coincides with a holiday in real life, it just makes it a bit more magical in a game. So I'm excited for that. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please feel free to give it a like and subscribe for some more content. Like I mentioned, I will have a link to this blog post in the description below if you want to check it out yourself. But thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.